Hey everybody, this is Cartoons and Collecting, and I got some really cool banknotes to show everybody. I'll show this series there another time. Uh, Here is our very first Bank of Canada banknote from 1935. This one was graded by Banknote Certification Service, and it's an extra fine 40. Now, the 1935 banknote is the size of our banknotes even today in the polymer notes. So if I had a polymer note, it would match up perfectly to this. So they kept the same size of the banknote. The larger ones were the ones like the States used to have. Like these were known as the horse blanket bills. So this is the size of note that we currently have now here in Canada. Now the Bank of Canada, the issue of 1935, they came in both English and French. So, like the notes we have, well, later on there were English and French together, but the notes themselves were issued in both French and English. Now, this note itself was in English, and it was, let's see, there was the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and they also had a $25 bill in 1935. And I think that was for the 25th wedding anniversary of King George V and Queen Mary. So, yeah, the $25 bill is quite expensive. The $20 bill from 1935 was the very first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. She was, I think she was like 6 or 7 years old. So, this is the 1935 banknote here. And these are the large bills that I was just talking about. They came in all different seals. Like this one's the bronze seal, 1923. That's with King George V. And that's the green seal. That is the black seal there. And this one's in really nice shape. It's graded at 45 by Paper Money Guarantee, Dominion of Canada, 1923. Look at the shape of that. Isn't that cool? Like it's got a bit of creases, but for being a bill that is, well, actually now it's 101 years old. I think it's in beautiful shape. And this is our $2 banknote from 1923. Like this fella right here, he's the guy that abdicated the throne, and that was King Edward VIII. And when King Edward VIII abdicated, then it was King George VI. And here's a copy. This one's not an original, but this is the very first Dominion of Canada $5 bill with the train on it, and they are quite expensive. So I'm just gonna show you that there. Oh, I guess I'll show you the backs of what the bills look like too, before I fold that in there. So that's what the back of the 5, our very first Dominion of Canada $5 bill looked like. And that's the back of the 2. And the 1, Dominion of Canada $1 bill.
Hey, Cartoons, I got a question.
What's the question there, cooking?
Why does that one bill have a V on the back?
Because that's for 5. Number 5, that's for representing the number 5.
Oh, so they used a Roman numeral on the back of a 5.
Yeah, some of them did. And I got some other old banknotes to show you. This one here was issued in 1917, and that's a beautiful example of, this is Princess Patricia here, and each one of these bills were hand signed. So each signature is different. So that's a lot of signing on these bills. This one here is issued 1911, and this is Lord and Lady Grey. And what's interesting about these two fellows here, these are the ones that introduced the Grey Cup in our Canadian football. So in 1911, they awarded a trophy to the winner of the Canadian Football League, or the CFL. And yeah, so it started with Lord Grey right here. He's the one that started the Canadian football. Here's another one here. This is Dominion of Canada banknote from 1898. And as I mentioned here, they're all hand signed. And this is our second oldest Dominion of Canada $1 bill. This is from 1878. I'll show you the detail in that. Oh, that is an old bill. And as I mentioned before, hand signed as well. This was Canada's very first $1 bill for the Dominion of Canada. But of course, I don't have the money to afford an original one. That is a copy. That is not. This one here is not an original. But let's check out.
Still cool looking.
So pretty cool looking. There's the back of it. It was either payable to Toronto or Montreal. And let's check out the detail on this one here. And there is the backs of the other ones. This is Cartoons and Collecting. Take care, everybody.